How is the Remurian Empire of Fontaine based on the real-life Roman Empire? Hi, I'm the Explorer's Compass, and I make videos explaining the cultural and historical influence behind Genshin Impact lore. The first similarity between Remuria and Rome has to be their names. In Roman legend, the brothers Romulus and Remus from the Latin tribe of Italy founded the city, but since Romulus killed Remus and took over the city, it was then named Rome after Romulus, where he was crowned the first king of Rome. Likewise in Genshin, a god king named Remus, who was named after Romulus's brother, founded the city, which was then named after him, Remuria. Plus, the mythologies of how both Remuria and Rome were founded are also very similar. According to legend, Trojan survivors of the fall of Troy, led by the hero Aeneas, went across the sea to escape their Greek invaders, to eventually live with the Latins of Italy, where the descendants of both these Trojans and Latins supposedly became founders of Rome. Likewise in Teyvat, the founder of the Remurian Empire, King Remus, was also said to come to Fontaine from across the sea, just like Aeneas and his Trojans, with his original homeland being Sumeru. So this makes both Remuria and Rome empires partly founded by foreigners. Even their militaries and politics are pretty similar, especially with Remuria's Praetorian golems that are named after the Roman Praetorian Guard. Plus, Remus's palace, the Domus Aurea, was named after a real palace in Italy constructed by the Roman Emperor Nero. But while both the Remurian and Roman Empire had a legacy of conquest, both had a pretty similar downfall. Just like how Remuria fell to dragons and barbarians, Rome fell to Gothic barbarians from Central and Northern Europe. But you may be thinking that the inclusion of Rome in Fontaine may be a bit out of place, since Fontaine is supposed to be based on France. Well, including Rome in Fontaine's French-inspired setting is still pretty fitting, as ancient France was occupied by the Roman Empire, which is why the French language that Farina sings in was based on Latin, the language of Rome. Even Farina herself was named after the Roman goddess of water springs, Farina, and Fontaine's first archon of justice, Egeria, that gave Rome its first code of justice. But even putting France aside, the portal that we use to enter Remuria in Fontaine is located on the island of Petrichor, an area that seems to have more Italian influence than French, especially with its architecture matching the Italian region of Tuscany, or its song titles in the official soundtrack literally bearing Italian names. But if you want to learn even more about how Fontaine was inspired by Rome, France, Italy, and other European cultures, make sure to check out my full 1-hour Fontaine documentary linked below.